I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, just ready, dude.
Okay.
What? What's going on?
Hello, everybody. We're here at Uncle Dow's kitchen.
This is the test kitchen.
This is the test kitchen.
Today we're gonna make a drink. I'm gonna have Peter make his own drink.
So today we're gonna do the second part of this interview. He's been here for 2 years,
Yeah, almost 3. This is my 3rd year.
and you recently started it's been in the works for a while. Your coffee launch, but now you're soft launching.
Dude, it started off as a hobby because I was like very into coffee, and then I took barista class, and then somehow it just turned into like, oh, we're making tea now.
So how much coffees have you made now in teas?
I think last month we made like over like 200-300 cups.
200-300.
Yeah, so it's getting there.
How does it feel?
It's fun. I really enjoy the process, and then like sharing recipes with friends, making stuff with friends, seeing like how they like it and things like that.
So walk us through what we're gonna do. Oh, this is a freestyle, bro.
This is a freestyle, but we start with the base. So today we're gonna use oolong. You like oolong?
Sure.
Okay. And then I don't know. We go with star fruit. This is pomegranate, or we go with yuzu, or you could just mix everything, dude.
Okay.
We got some honey. This is Kirkland brand.
Costco.
This is from Costco because you need vitamin C.
Yeah, bro.
You'd be getting sick. Started with the base of oolong tea. Now I'm adding gamba, and then
Freshly squeezed.
I don't know. I kind of want to add some lemon juice. Okay, and then this is for you.
Are we making a juice or a coffee?
Dude, this is tea.
I wanted a coffee.
No, we're not making coffee today. No coffee today. Do you like yuzu? Do you like star fruit? Or do you like pomegranate?
I'll take a pomegranate.
Are you sure? Shit, okay.
No, okay.
No, okay. Do pomegranate. Okay. So let's just do some.
Oh, it's red.
Yeah, dude. You want to change it?
No, yes, change. Don't buyer's remorse.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Oh no, I don't like that smell.
That's pomegranate.
Can I
dude.
smell it first before you like
Here,
drop it in?
This is star fruit.
Okay, so how did you come up with your menu?
A lot of trial and error. We also worked with a mentor, and then I don't know. We're still constantly a lot of tweaking.
Wait, when did you hit your 2-year? Are you on 2.5 now?
I think it's 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
Cheers, thank you.
He's a paid actor. Look how wank she is.
Hello, everybody. Tell us more. So you've been here 2.5 years now. When's the 3-year mark?
I think that'll be in June of next year. Yeah, which is crazy.
And have you had time to like moving here? So from what I can recollect, and being a friend off camera, working in finance, stressed, little cliff notes for the audience, anxiety, and then you came here.
Yeah. This is my 3rd house here. We did a house tour. What's changed since then? But I got a dining table. Peter has 2 mics now. Dami's a little bit bigger. She just left the frame, but...
Let's go back in time. So do you remember your first couple months here? Because I remember from the first theme was loneliness.
Yeah.
And like finding
community,
like, your network.
Yeah.
Do you still feel that sense of loneliness like 2 years, 3 years later? Now that you're married, how about, okay, we're going over, okay, let's start one at a time. Single here first.
Right.
Okay. How was that experience?
I mean, single here as like a Viet Kieu person, fairly young. I mean, dating was...
Tell the audience how old you are.
I'm 38, but I came here when I was 36, right? But I mean, dating here was fairly easy. You know, dating apps, whatever, meeting people, going on dates like 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
You know, but then I was lucky enough to find my wife, and then she kind of helped me make a home here. So this is home, Vietnam.
How about we go into that? So how did you find a wife? How quick?
How quick?
How quick from like were you single here for a year?
No, not even. I was single like for at least like 2 to 3 months.
And
then I met my wife. We had our first date, and we went to Pizza for P. And then that's that.
Of course.
Pizza for P. Shout out if you guys want to sponsor us.
Me, bro.
Yeah, you want to sponsor Peter. And then after that we...
How long were like y'all dated until it came like official?
I would say like 3 months into it. Like she was very intentional. She knew like I was only here for a limited amount of time, but then we ended up getting married. I decided to stay. We didn't want to do the whole long distance thing, right?
Wait. So then so you had plans to go back?
Yeah.
Tell us more.
I think the last interview we were talking about it was a 1 year hard reset. It was an intentional 1 year where I was gonna, hey, just live here, travel around Asia, have fun, and then go back to my life, maybe buy a home, restart my career. It was supposed to be that. And then fast forward now, me and you were sitting on the couch. So now it's like, oh, how do we make this a forever home, or do we go back to the States, or what do we do? I was single.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't plan to be in a relationship. I didn't plan to get married. I didn't plan to have a dog. So life's kind of crazy.
How did
right?
like coming here where because like the typical intentions of like Việt kiều is đi Việt Nam kiếm vợ. So did you come here like I'm gonna find a wife?
No, I came here just to travel, have fun, maybe go on a few dates, make some friends. It was never like, oh man, I'm gonna go here and lock down someone, you know?
Yeah. So how did you know after a couple months of dating your current wife? How did you know? Okay, I'm gonna marry this one.
I think it's just a feeling.
Yeah.
And then it's a time in your life where it's like, hey, I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to start a future with someone. Like we have similar goals and things like that. And then I don't know. I think I'm at like 38 right now. I'm like, you know, I think the bachelor life is over, and then this is a new chapter. You know.
I'm play devil's advocate though. You think it's the time to settle, but it's like in your heart is like, is this what I want to do? Or is this because like society, this pressure? I'm like, oh, okay, I'm reaching 40. I should marry. I should settle down.
If it was society,
Does that come across your mind?
If it was society, I would have settled down at 30.
Yeah.
You know, I think 38 was like we're kind of pushing it.
Yeah.
But well, not you're younger than me, but I just felt like it was a good time for me.
Yeah.
I'm in a good place in my life where financially I'm pretty stable. I'm not worrying about my bills.
He's not a gangster, yo.
Yeah, I'm not a gangster.
He's a former.
Or a trust fund baby. Or my parents are taking
He's
care
a
of me.
crypto, bro.
No,
He's into
dude.
crypto.
No, I mean, I made some good financial decisions where, you know, my life is pretty privileged. And then I was in a good place mentally where I was like, hey, I could share my life with someone. We could build a future together. Yeah, it was never like, oh man, he's like way old, or Yai Hang. What's that? Expired?
Just I don't know. Head hang.
Hut hang.
Head hang is expired. Like bang me and I head hang.
Do they use that?
For humans, I don't think so.
I heard someone called me that.
1 year became almost 3 now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about that. 1 year turned into almost 3 years, and then each day I'm still pretty surprised that Vietnam is my home. You know, I don't think that first initial like shock wear it off. It's still there.
Really?
Like I'm still like happy each day that I'm here, and everything's still new to me. You know.
It's still a good sign.
Yeah.
So then, 3 years. What are your current struggles?
I think it's a crossroad where a lot of maybe I'm speaking for other people, but for myself is, man, how do I make this a forever home? Do we want this to be a forever home, or am I ever going to go back home? Like, what is home? I mean, I sold my house back in California, so what am I coming back to? And then as well as like, hey, my wife and I, what are our plans? So it gets kind of complicated. And now I'm in a phase where I'm trying to, you know, work on some projects, have income come in where I could keep continuing this, you know, this relaxed lifestyle, right? I mean, I'm pretty privileged, but I'm grateful at the same time.
Because back in America, you were on that corporate
Right.
kind of rat race, and then when you deal with the stress of constant work, there's the ways where you need to like de-stress, and some ways those ways aren't the most healthiest. So do you feel like your forever home would be here, or would you want to go back into the environment of America?
I don't know. I think regardless of where you're at, you could get stuck in that rat race, and like anywhere. It just kind of depends on your mindset, how you want to handle it. But as far as wanting to make Vietnam my forever home, I love it here. You know, I've made pretty good friends, good connections. I'm closer with my family.
So now I'm just like walking through like your current like startups and your projects, right? So what are your intentions of those? Is it because from what I've heard, it's just cash flow?
Right. I don't think it starts with just the cash. It starts with a project that I'm passionate about, something that I enjoy doing. And then my thing right now is I'm trying to meet the right individuals, maybe business partners, potentially friends too, where we could create a project together where, you know, we can make money, but two, we could help the community as well. And three, it's like what we're really passionate about. I'm not trying to do a cash grab in any of these small projects I'm doing, but we're trying to put our best foot forward, hope for the best. And I mean, end goal is, yeah, I mean, hopefully we make some money.
I think off camera you told me you thought about going back to getting a job.
Yeah.
Is that still across your mind?
I mean, of course it is something like a stable income.
Yeah.
Here
or in America?
I'm open for whatever.
Both.
Yeah. And then I think that's a question that I get from a lot of like new friends or followers on Instagram. I'm sure you get that too. It's like, how do you make money in Vietnam? You know, how do you support the lifestyle you have and things like that? I'm like, dude, everyone's different. You know, I'm pretty grateful that I have a pretty solid savings account where I'm comfortable.
Because the answer to most of those is like, are you making money?
Yeah, it's like, and then I tell them straight up, like, past 3 years I've been chilling, but chilling within my means.
In the red?
No, like, I mean, just like
of course you have like liquidated like assets, but like your time in Vietnam, it's no like positive cash flow.
there's never been a positive cash flow, but it's a great place to be where it's like my living expense is not super expensive. We go out to like nice dinners once in a while, but most of the time it's like street food and things like that, and like healthcare is fairly cheap here.
I'm sure people want to thaw mall pry in. So like, what if someone wants to have your current lifestyle? I think I asked before the last one. But it's like, what would that number be to have this and the current lifestyle where it's like you don't think about money? Let's say if someone saved up like $500,000, could that last them, I don't know, how many years?
Dude, $500,000 could last you like a lifetime here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you live within your means, like you're not going to a super luxury apartment, you don't have a penthouse. Yeah. But I mean, like the rent here, we even went over, it was like maybe 1,100 USD a month. I don't even remember exactly. But I mean, overall.
But like plus the couch, and I still remember it's like 40 mil though.
Yeah, the couch and
everything's custom.
We got a couch, we got a dining table.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is just like, hey, we signed the lease here for 2 years. My wife and I, we agreed like, hey, let's just live very comfortably. And then after that, like when we start planning to have, you know, a family, a kid, then we'll kind of adjust as we go.
Because I see you launching your coffee, and is that just like a passion project, or is that something you want to? You talked about, you know, you're already on your IG, you're looking for places, you have
right. It started as a passion project, and then we got some support from like friends and family, and then we got orders from like office buildings, and even property management downstairs started ordering, and we weren't even advertising. I was like, oh, we could do something with this, and now we're looking at some potential properties and then places we could rent to. But also at the same time, it's like there's so many storefronts that are just like out of business, and you see like Jaw Tui, Mak Bang, and there's like so many where it's kind of like scary, right? And at the same time, like, you know, just investing in something and then in a different country as well.
But then you're doing well though.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm still scared, you know, because I'm scared of the drop.
Yeah.
I'm scared of that like, every day. Like, oh man, my life is great now, but next day, you know.
Let's go into that.
You could lose it all. Yeah.
Have you lost it all?
Yeah. Like growing up, my family did it. They filed for bankruptcy. We lost our house. Like we were pretty well off, and then there was a drop, right? And then we lost our house in the subprime mortgage crisis. A lot of people did, and then we rebuilt everything. And at the same time, like in my career, I did very well, and then I got laid off, right? So there's always that scare of the drop, right?
But then it's the beauty, you know?
Yeah, the comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like this is kind of.
But then you haven't even hit the drop though. It's like
I haven't hit the drop.
Preemptive fear.
Right, but no, I've hit the drop with our
coffee?
family.
With the
Not with the coffee, right? But this is a new venture,
Yeah.
And of course, like, oh, if we could pour in like 20K, 30K into this, I could lose it all. But at the same time, like my wife was like, "You won't know until you try, right? You won't know
100%.
until you try." And then what's the worst gonna happen? Okay, we'll lose money, but the best thing that happens is we got a lesson out of it, right?
Because the difference between your wife and a Vietnamese wife is your wife is a boss lady.
She is a boss lady. Yeah, she's a hustler.
Like, not afraid to take risks.
She's not afraid to take risks, and she's not afraid to kind of tell me how things are. Where I'm like second guessing myself, like, man, should I start this? Should I not do this? She's like, dude, just go for it.
Yeah.
You know, if you lose your money, we could be poor. We'll start again. You know, she's a hustler. She's a hustler. But I think that's a lot of Vietnamese women here.
Really?
Most of them are bosses, dude. If you go to like the restaurants, the people counting money usually is the wife, right?
Like
I see that 80%.
80%.
Most of the business decisions, the wife, the boss lady,
The
dude.
grandma.
Yeah, like, and they're like counting money in their head and things like that.
So it sounds like the next year for you, it seems like a lot of still uncertainty.
Absolutely.
And how do you do to like be okay with that? Because that would just cause constant worry and anxiety again.
I think
Because
uncertain.
first, we'll break it down. First is like, you don't know where your home is, your forever home. You're still trying to figure that.
Right.
And then your business and cash flow is still like, you have fear of coming down.
Right.
So you're happy, which is
Right.
great, but this constant, for me, who also goes through like anxiety and stuff like that, I'd be constantly like thinking all the time.
Right. Just being like super transparent. Life is always uncertain.
Yeah.
You know, but I think for me, this next year is just putting my best foot forward, making sure that I'm entering these projects with a strong why, and then there's a story to it, and then it's important for me where I'm passionate about the things I do, and hopefully that translates to like, you know, the customers, and then hopefully that translates to like, you know, making good income where I could stay in Vietnam, be happy, start a family, be part of the community, help out wherever that is.
Yeah. So like your initial push to Vietnam was like you said, the hard reset, right? And then you spent year one trying to reset and
Right.
just kind of go to like, probably similar like me, where it's like you wanted to just quote unquote reset and like get back to where like happiness, right? I think that's the most people's whys of like wake and having like a sense of like inner peace, right, with everything. And have you gone through that reset mode where it's like, okay, I've hit the reset, now what, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Like what's next?
for me that was like I thought it was just a hard reset, but it was like a 360-degree, everything was changed reset, where it's like, oh, this is my life now.
Yeah.
And then I'm happy, I'm content, I'm super grateful. And then also it helped me slow down my life where I could start reflecting on things where it's like, hey, life goes on with or without you.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you going to be like a passive observer in your life? Or you could be an active participant where it's like, hey, something that I've always wanted to do, move to Vietnam. And then look where that led me, you know.
I think for I don't know, I'm sure you can relate. Where it's like when I finally like I got laid off too, and like coming here, it's like for me, once in my life, I went back into the driver's seat. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
And that's where for me also, life started like flipping around.
All right. Yeah. I got laid off as well, like many times actually, 3 times.
Twice.
Yeah. And then it makes you realize like, hey, you're easily replaceable in someone else's life. You're grinding for like an income and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden like you take some time to think like, hey, what do I want? You know, what's best for me? What's something that I've always wanted to try, or where's a place that I've always wanted to live?
Where was your living in America? Mm-hmm. Do you remember your darkest moment?
Working in finance, where it's like, oh, you're working like 10, 12, 14-hour days, right? And then Money's good, but it just became a bonus, trying to hit these metrics and things like that. And then you're kind of distancing yourself from friends and family because work came first. You were missing birthday parties, graduations, all these like important events because, oh man, it's the end of the month. You know, I gotta grind, and then your health just takes the back seat.
So do you remember that rock bottom of yours?
Yeah, I would say I remember.
Do you remember the specific date? What happened?
I don't remember the specific date, but I knew rock bottom came where, you know, I had multiple anxiety attacks where I started to have to see a therapist. I never got to the point where I'm grateful. It's like, oh, they put me on meds, you know, but it was more so like seeing a therapist and then talking out my feelings, my traumas, things like that. And then that helped me go on more like hikes. We talked about this.
But
And-
like as a guy, especially you're like a little older, and it's like
A lot older.
I'm not that much older, bro. And being Vietnamese,
Yeah.
like Asian fathers, men, talking to a therapist is weakness, right? Talking about your feelings to someone.
Or even talking about your weakness is weakness.
Yeah. So like, what made you go to like? Was it so bad where it's like I need to talk to someone, or did someone suggest to you and they're like, okay, maybe I should?
It was a suggestion for sure, and then that suggestion led to taking leave from work.
Yeah.
And then that time it helped me reflect more, and then it helped me look more inwards and things like that. And I've started to travel more, reading, things that we discussed in the past as well. And then camping was huge, reconnecting with nature.
Chữa lành.
Yeah, Julan is very important. I mean, sometimes everyone just needs a break, you know? And then reset from the world where it's like, oh, I'm not on my phone anymore. I'm not on the internet, YouTube, Instagram.
I appreciate you doing this second interview. This one was a little anxiety provoking.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm glad I'm in a space where I could talk about it
Yeah.
and then not be in the darkness.
Yeah.
And I'm comfortable being in there if anyone ever needs
Yeah.
that talk, right?
Yeah.
And then hopefully we're in a place where we could share our experiences with people and hopefully make them feel comfortable if they need help. You know, they could reach out.
For sure.
Yeah. But it's been a crazy journey living in Vietnam, meeting new friends, you know, making connections. I don't know, like it's not easy living here.
Bro, has it been like 5 months since we did the first one?
I think it's only been 2 months
Really?
Yeah,
It feels like it's been 5.
because I got, we didn't have the dining table, but it's like, it's been.
It's only been 2 months?
It's only been 2
It
months.
feels like it's been
2 3 months.
forever.
It's
Look into the lens. It's okay. Wait, how old are you?
38.
38.
Yeah.
You've been in 200. So 34, 35-year-old now,
Yeah.
going through like the grind, like finance. Where's home? Where's home back then?
Home was California.
Cali. What?
Orange County. Volcam. OC.
Cam. What would you tell yourself?
Dude, take risks. You know, invest in yourself. Your health, your mental health is way more important than, you know, a paycheck. But I mean, that comes from privilege where it's like, man, I wasn't
I'm
like.
talking to you though, bro.
Yeah, I am talking to me.
I'm
But
talking to you like you're talking to you.
Yeah.
You only know what you've been through.
yeah.
Right.
Right? That's hard, dude. On the spot. I don't know. Follow your dreams, and that sounds corny, but I mean, I kind of took a back seat in like what I wanted to, or how I wanted to live my life, where I wanted to live, and things like that. So I mean, just go with it, and then figure it out as you go. You're gonna make mistakes, but it's gonna make you like a better person at the end of the day.
I think that segment's cool because like you're talking to your old self, and then now you're back in OC, and then you can see you have all the you are the unknown, so you're talking back into the known.
I mean, I did a post of that
Yeah.
where I was talking to my old self, my 11-year-old picture,
Yeah.
where I was like Brim Hall Elementary, Minnesota, and I mean, hopefully I made that kid proud. You know,
Yeah.
look where we are.
Yeah.
Life's good. You know, and it's gonna get better. Hopefully, we'll keep trying.
Thanks, bro. Just listening the whole time.
all confused. This is dumb.
Chill.
Stink in a good way today. People don't like your stink.